What's going on, YouTube? This is my first video, and to give you a little idea of what I'll basically be doing here, I got a couple of hobbies that include a couple of products, and I realize that sometimes there isn't always videos or reviews on the products that I have, and I'm a guy that likes to check out reviews before I add another product to said hobby. These hobbies include things from firearms, bullets, to wet shaving, so that's shave soaps, that's razors, razor blades, brushes. I also like fine fragrances, men's colognes. I got a nose for it, so to speak. And there are things that I really like, and like I said, you can't always find the reviews for them. So I figured I would take certain products and do a little review, a little bit of what I think, rated 1 out of 10, and hopefully you find this content entertaining or useful or whatever. And first, before I do anything, I just want to give a big shout out to anybody who does any sort of content creation here on YouTube, because this is not easy. Just trying to find a setup is quite challenging. Right now, I'm using an iPhone to set up on a Christmas decoration to keep it standing. So, hats off to all the people that actually want to make this a career, or whatever the case may be. It's not easy, and being a YouTube content creator is definitely not light work. It takes ingenuity, so to speak. So that's enough about about the purpose of the channel and so on. And I'll do things like range videos as well, and show some of these products in in the field, in action, and so on. That might be kind of hard to do with with colognes and so on, but we'll do what we can. For the first video that we're going to make right here now, though, we're going to start out with a firearm. One of many that I own. All that I own they're all handguns. I plan to do rifles and shotguns and so on in the future, but I do not own any of those currently. But maybe someday here soon. But I got enough handguns and enough products to keep this going for a little bit here, and hopefully I make a hobby out of my hobbies, doing reviews and so on. So we're going to start out with a firearm. It is my smallest and cheapest, but I would also go to say that it is super reliable, and that would be the Ruger LCP Max. First off, we're going to show clear. We got nothing in the magazine. We got nothing in the chamber, and just to clarify, nothing at all. So, Ruger LCP Max. It is a 10-round magazine, plus one in the chamber, gun, chambered in 380 ACP. Super small, as you could tell. My hand fits just on the handle with the pinky extension. Without the pinky extension, it just folds right over. And that's just kind of weird, but we're not owning a super small firearm for a perfect grip and the perfect ergonomics of it. What we're really looking for is super concealability. And this thing goes above and beyond for super concealability. For a good long while, I carried this at work. My job is very physical, very it's just you got a lot of movement, lots of ups and downs, bending over and so on. And I had this in the waistband holster that I use for a lot of my guns, and it just disappeared. I mean, it doesn't print, doesn't do anything. This is your perfect, go and take out the garbage, take out the dog, check the mail gun. Something that you could just throw in your pocket. Or say if you got an event that you're going to where the clothes that you're wearing are kind of tight, you can stuff this in any pocket, and it's just like I said, it just disappears. If you're going to be really active, then it's not going to be very cumbersome. It's super light. What can we say here? It's got a tritium front sight. That's not really showing up on camera, but it's green, and it does glow in the dark, hence it being tritium. Very nice. What else can we say about it? Here, let's talk about the bullets real fast. We'll give the gun a rest here. And me personally, I like to use Underwood Extreme Penetrators. These are their 68 grain, fluted copper, solid monolithic bullet here. It is plus P, so it's got a little bit of extra zip to it, because 380 ACP is notoriously known for not having enough velocity and weight to expand hollow points, but the fluted nature of these bullets kind of act like a hollow point in fluid-based materials, so that would be flesh. But they also go through things like walls, or, car glass, or whatever the case may be. So they have some pen for things that you need it to, and can also stop in the things that you also need it to. So, and plus, the extra velocity of it being plus P, it definitely helps. So, good stuff here. Like I said, 68 grains, very light, but it's hauling coming out of here. Of course, you're not going to get the box advertised velocity, because, the barrel of the LCP Max is only 2.8 inches in length, so it's not hauling out of there, and it's not the most accurate either, because once again, you're talking about a very short barrel. So there's only so fast it's going to go, and it's only so accurate that it's going to be. But would it serve you better than nothing? Heck yeah. I have ran all types of ammunition through this, from hollow points to full metal jacket, and of course, my plus P extreme penetrators here, and of course also anything plus P. Now, this isn't rated for plus P, but it eats it anyways, and everything that I have fed this, it has ate it and spat it right back out every single time. I've never had a failure from it, and I have shot it quite a bit. I'm not saying that there isn't better options, but this one, for the price point, is pretty nice. The ergonomics of it and that super high bore axis does create a little bit more muzzle flip and bite than I would like. But hey, once again, for the price point, what it is, what you're getting, it's fantastic. I think I picked this up for under. It was being sold for under 300. Once you do background check and you do sales tax, you're spending about 300. But 300, that's not too bad. When I first was getting to know my wife, I wanted her to have a weapon on her, because I wasn't around all the time. I was over the road, but I wanted her to have something, and I needed to buy something quick and affordable, and she got one of these as well. She got the 75th anniversary one with a silver slide. I like it. Downside. The breakdown on this is kind of ridiculous. It kind of requires a tool to do it, but you can use a little bit of ingenuity or intuitive, I suppose, to do the breakdown. But this breakdown is this little pin. This pin has to pop out. So if you don't have tools, what you could do is you could use the back end of a bullet here and use it to basically pry the little pin out. And then pin comes out, slide goes forward a little. Don't lose the pin or it's over for you. And then the top slides off, or the slide slides off the frame. And then in order to get it back together again, there's a hammer piece right here. It's got to come back a little. I'm going to need two hands. It's got to come back about halfway. It has 2 clicks on it, I believe. But either way, it's got to be sticking straight up. And then you could take your slide and feed it right back on. Easier said than done on camera. And then it's gonna come all the way back. No, come on, don't be fighting me now. Oh, now we're gonna fight. We did this earlier. Now I did hear that sometimes you might be able to get away with. Oh, come on now. There we go. I don't know what the deal was there. Sometimes I think I've had moments. Don't quote me on it. I think that I've had moments where the hammer wasn't back and it still went together. But once again, I had to watch videos and so on and how to do this. So the way that I was basically taught, self-taught, was to pull that hammer back a little bit. And then once you got it together, you got to put that pin back on or in. That is not the easiest thing to do. On my wife's, it is a pain. Mine sometimes goes a little bit smoother. Like just now, it just kind of went right back in there. My wife's, pain every time. So the breakdown, it does leave some to be desired. It does sound a little cheap. I'm not gonna lie. That rattle. It sounds kind of cheap, and then you got the trigger that also sounds like a Nerf gun because it is internal hammer fired. But man, I mean, I have some other internal hammer fired weapons, and it don't sound like boom. So yeah, that's a little bit of a downside. But it's, once again, for as cheap as it sounds and for the price point, wow, the reliability is it's up there. So once it, like, there is better options. There are things that fit together better, and I have another 380 ACP that I'll do a review on. That's also a small little thing, and it's built a little better, but it's more expensive for what it is. This isn't bad. Rating 7 out of, oh, sorry, not 7, 1 out of 10. I'm gonna put it, I'd say solid 8, 8.5, right around in there. Like I said, no jams. I have guns that are more expensive than this that have jammed multiple times over. I have had nothing in this, and I've had this for a little over a year now, and I've sent all kinds of stuff down through it at the range, and it's just eating it all. Ergonomics could be a little bit better, and that breakdown could be better. I do like the little trigger safety here. Yeah, it's a nice little feature since there's no safety anywhere else. But I'm not a big fan of safeties on my weapons anyways. But some people are into it, some people aren't. So there you have it. Little Ruger LCP Max. Chambered and 380 ACP. Pretty nice, great for the price, and I do recommend it. Like I said, 8.5 out of 10. And hey, if you like this kind of sort of content, let me know. I don't always have the most time ever between work and raising children to create content as often as I would like. The holidays give me a special opportunity with some time off. So, hey, I hope this has served well. I hope maybe you've learned a little something from it. If you have any questions, feel free to comment, because there may be things that I have forgotten to mention here. And, hey, we're coming up on New Year's. I want to say Happy New Year's to everybody. Christmas just happened, so happy late Merry Christmas. Let's just say Happy, Merry. Merry Christmas, Blade, to everyone. Hope everyone had a good holiday.